So when trying to take a song and add fillers in to make it more full, there are several things that you can do. For this illustration, I'm going to use More Than Enough. This is just an example of what one of the chord charts look like that I have been making and putting on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in getting something like this, I always have the key in a box up here, and all the chords are above the words. So when you see a different letter above the word, then that's when you change to that specific chord. So the first chord is G. And then when you get to blind Bartimaeus stood by the wayside, and then you change to D. See, the D's right there. When you see something like looks like this, like an example is that capital C with a slash and then the A. For that example, C/A, C is what's on top. So you do a C chord on top. And A, after that slash, is what you put in the bottom. So I'll just put an A octave in the bottom and it sounds like this. So in the context of that, it goes like this. Bartimaeus stood by the wayside begging, cried out to Jesus, right there. This is a C chord with A in the bottom. For he knew. So anyway, that's how that works. So there's just some pointers as you're trying to learn this. So of course, those of you who have bought this is going to be really easy for you. And what I plan on doing is for every chord chart I do, I'm going to do lessons on different intros, outros, extra chords you can put in. This is just the bare minimum. This is the way that I do it, but you can't notate fillers, extra chords. You can't notate intros on here unless you're doing sheet music. So what I'm planning on doing is just along with your chord charts you're getting, you'll be getting a video. And that does not apply for all of them. I'm going to have several of these free. Several of these videos just for anybody free. And I may put up some free chord charts. But there are also going to be some videos that you can pay for. Almost like a subscription type service. So what I'm going to do today is just to show you how to make this sound a little bit more full. So get this out. I'm not going to show this on the screen because I want you to see what I'm doing with my fingers here. I want you to get your chord chart out and follow along with me. So we're just going to do the verse. Figure out some things we can do for the verse. So it's in the key of G. And the first verse is relatively simple, but everything's laid out for you. So you start with G, blind Bartimaeus. So a way to make this full, and this is what I do. If you're in the key of G, G is 1. And if you count up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 is D. So a bass player would go while you're playing this. So instead, most people don't have bass players. Some of them do. I'm not fortunate enough to have one that travels with me, so I have to add the bass in as I play. So what I usually do is do the chording up here and add some bass down here. So what you can do is just rotate between that 1 and that 5 while you're playing. So this is what I do. Blind Bartimaeus stood by the wayside begging. He cried out to Jesus, for he knew the chance he was taking. So everything's notated there. When you come to D, count up 5 from D, which is A. So you'll rotate between D and A. And up here, I'm just kind of hitting those chords over and over and over again. You can do things such as rolls back and forth like that. It's just the chord. G, B, D, G. Just roll it fast. And if your fingers will reach, instead of doing your chord like this, G, B, D, kind of sounds muddy when you do that in the bass regions. Take this third, so 1, 2, 3. That's why you call it a third, because it's the 3 after your tonic, which is what key you're in. Take that third and move it up to the next one. This is called a 10th because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 notes. This is hard to reach for several people, so just keep your 1, your 5, and put your 3 up here, which is B. And I do that a lot. So you can go, blind Bartimaeus stood by the wayside begging. And instead of just hitting it straight on like this, just roll it. Just like that. So there's some pretty quick tips. One more thing you can do, and I do this on this song over and over and over. When you're wanting to go from G to D, I just step it down. So in my right hand, I'm going B, A, G, F sharp. Same thing. B, A, G, F sharp. And in the left hand, you're going G, F sharp, E, D. So you're going 1 to 5. And this, you're going from the 3 down. So you're going to go. And you could also just go. So rotate between G, D, G, D. And then the left hand go G, F sharp, E, D. So. And then continue with your song. Another walk down. Another walk down. You can walk up. So mainly what you need to focus on when you're doing the walk downs is that octave. So those are some extremely quick tips. And I could go way into depth, but for those of you who are buying these, obviously you know what chords you're playing. And it'll be kind of simple for you to grasp exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Because you have the chord chart and you know what chord you're supposed to be going to. So as long as you end on that chord you're supposed to be on, then you're fine. But those are just some extra fillers you can add in. I mean, you can add anything. You can go, which is just chords. Take the G chord. I'm just adding an extra D right here. And just rotate it down. So then come down to B and do the same notes. Then come down to G. And it sounds pretty cool. So there's a lot of knickknacks you can add into this. The intro that I do is kind of just something I make up. So I have to figure out exactly what I'm doing to be able to teach it. Sounds like this. I'll get to that. But for now, just work on your feels. So I'll play it again one more time really slow. Blind Bartimaeus stood by the wayside begging. He cried out to Jesus, for he knew the chance he was taking. The crowd said, "Be quiet." So I hope that helps. Comment below if it did and let me know what else you'd like to see. Thank you.